Pause, pose, poise. Can you hear the difference? Can you say these similar sounding words clearly? One of our students who works in the music industry in Asia, she actually writes and performs her own music and is starting to get traction in Asia, which is really great. Clever person. She writes it in English and in Mandarin. Her English is very, very good. She was having such difficulty with two words, pause and pose. Now, when she came into the coaching lessons that we were having, she came in, she was so frustrated. She said, I cannot figure out how to tell the difference between these two words. Just can't seem to get it. And so what we did was we worked on it, and it's a simple technique, and she was like, oh, okay, now I get it. But if you don't know the technique, it's really hard to know what to do. And so what we did was we worked on it, and then she was really surprised, and then she really had it, and she was so relieved because it had been really frustrating for her. And then she could use it really easily when she was singing and writing. So that was fantastic for her. And I'm going to show you this technique in the video as we go along. And as a bonus, I added the word poise. Pause, pose, poise. It's almost like a tongue twister. First, I'll tell you the technique, and then we can practice together. So here's the pronunciation practice tip for instant success. If you're having trouble pronouncing words that are similar, or hearing the difference between similar sounding words, do this. Take the vowels out of the words and just say them one after the other, so you can really feel the difference in your mouth and hear the difference. For the words pause and pose, you would say or, oh. So or, pause, oh, pose, or, oh. And notice the difference in my mouth. Say it with me and feel it in your mouth. Or, lips forward, oh. Say the vowel slowly and really feel the difference in the way your mouth moves. We're going to practice a bit more later. Say the two vowels in front of a mirror and you'll instantly see the difference as well. So you're hearing the difference and you're feeling the difference. You're giving your brain those two different neurological feedbacks. As students use our English pronunciation course, they usually comment that their ability to hear and pronounce the difference between confusing vowels improves markedly. Mixing up similar vowels when you speak can mean the difference between listeners thinking you have good English language skills or poor English language skills, no matter how good your English is. You build your auditory discrimination skills for English sounds. That means, as you work through our pronunciation course, you build your ability to really hear and distinguish which sounds are in a word, especially those words that sound similar. At the same time, students report with surprise that after a little while they can suddenly hear if they're saying a word correctly or not. And then they can self-correct their speech easily, which is so fantastic. This builds and strengthens the neurological pathways to the speech centers in the brain for English. When you can hear the difference, you can say the difference. How would you like to get a video on how to speak English clearly in just 3 easy steps? This video will give you some instant techniques to help you improve your communication. This is especially helpful if you want to feel more confident speaking with colleagues and communicating at work. Click the link in the description below and enter your email to get this amazing video. Let's work on British English first. Pause, pose, poise. By the way, the word poise means a graceful, very controlled way of standing and moving gracefully and with elegant posture. So, let's go with pause first. Pause. The vowel is or. Lips forward and resonance. Or. Pause. The next word is pose. So you drop your jaw slightly for the schwa, and then put lips forward for the short o. O. Pose. And the next one is poise. Lips forward for o, and then smile for I. Oi. Oi. You can see the movement clearly there. Poise. For British English, the vowels therefore are or, o, oi. Or, pause, o, pose, oi, poise. So you can see how taking the vowel out and looking at how it's made helps you figure out how to make the difference. I'll just say a sentence. I paused while I posed with poise. Okay, now let's practice the difference for Australian English. Pause, pose, poise. Similar to the British, but not quite. Pause is or again, but the lips are not as forward as they are for the Brits. Or, pause. And the next is pose. So you drop your jaw slightly round lips gently for o, and then put your lips forward for the short o. O, pose. And the last one, poise, lips forward for o, and then smile for I. Oi, poise. So for the Australian English, the vowels are, again, taking the vowels out of the words to juxtapose them and see the difference, or, o, oi. Or, o, oi. Or for pause, o for pose, oi for poise. I paused while I posed with poise. And now we'll do the American. Pause, pose, poise. So pause is the vowel R. So your lips, as you say, R as in la. Drop the jaw slightly, lips slightly forward, cheeks come in, and move forward a little. Pause, pause. And the next word, pose. So you drop your jaw slightly and slightly round lips gently, and then put your lips forward for the short o. So o, pose. And the last one is poise. Lips forward for the o, and then smile for the I. Oi, poise. Poise. For American English, the vowels are o, oi. Pause, pose, poise. And the sentence, I paused while I posed with poise. Okay, by the way, Pause and Paws are homophones. They're pronounced the same way. People often ask, oh, are these words pronounced the same? Yes. Pause, I paused for a break, and the cat had paws, same. So now you know. Unlock your confidence. Click on the link in the description below now and sign up for free for our 3 easy steps video and discover how to speak English clearly and confidently in any situation, whether at work or socially.